Hey, welcome back to Snap Bullet Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League. I'm going to be playing some Mono Blue Phantasm Aggro today. But before I get into this deck, why I'm playing it, let me just say my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. Go there, check it out. There's a link in the description below. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. It helps me out. Like this video. You can click this dog in the bottom right to subscribe as well. Okay, now let's get into it, and then we'll get right into some games. So this is Mono Blue Aggro. But we're not playing the typical Fairy Miscreant. Instead, I'm playing JACE'S Phantasm. It's a 1 mana 1/1 flying, and if they have 10 or more cards in graveyard, it gets +4/+4. So if they have 10 or more cards in yard, it's a 1 mana 5/5 flying. And then I'm also playing Thought Scour. 1 mana, target player mills 2, draw a card. Thought Scour, you're generally going to want to target them to enable Phantasm, just to turn it on more often. But this also has synergy with other things. Just like it's really good, I guess, specifically with Ponder, but it can also be decent like with Delver and stuff like that. You can look at the card and then mill it. But the reason why I'm trying this deck is because I recently on my channel just played a mono blue mill deck, and it was kind of similar to this in just the fact that it was a JACE'S Phantasm deck, but it played JACE'S Erasure, even more cantrips than Brainstorm, but it was just like JACE'S Phantasm, Delver, and JACE'S Erasure, and then like a similar blue deck, but without all these creatures. And actually, all the creatures were in the sideboard for a transformative sideboard. It's pretty sick. Go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. But when I was playing that deck, I would side into like this creature plan and still have JACE'S Phantasm, and I was like, this card's actually a pretty big threat. And maybe if I just play it in mono blue aggro and play some Thought Scours to enable it and no other cards to enable Phantasm, it might just be good enough. Because it's a 1 mana 1/1 flying, so it's a flying man. That's pretty good with Ninja. Yeah, it's worse than Fairy Miscreant for the main reason because it's not a fairy to work with Spellstutter Sprite. But even though you're not drawing a card like sometimes you do off Miscreant, the trade-off is you have a huge threat in the late game as a 1 mana 5/5 flying. And versus the other blue decks, they're like casting Ponders, Preordains, Brainstorms, removal spells. So against the other blue decks, this is reliably going to be a 1 mana 5/5 flying. And then in some matchups where it's not going to be a 5/5 flying, like let's say against like mono green aggro, we can side them out if we want. So I think this card is going to be good. And I'm pretty excited to try it in this shell. But I'll just go over the deck real quick. Every card, 17 islands. It's a low land count because we have 4 Preordain, 4 Ponder, and 4 Thought Scour. So we have 12 cantrips. It's more than typical. And then obviously 4 Phantasm, 4 Fairies here, 4 Delver, 4 Snap as removal. And then everything else is pretty standard. Just 4 Spellstutter, 4 Counter, 4 Ninja, 3 Spire Golem, because the list is a little tighter when you're also playing Thought Scour. And then sideboard is a pretty typical like mono blue aggro sideboard. Couple Bind the Monsters, couple Coral Nets, 2 Curfews because I've been liking this card a lot recently. A Dispel, triple Hydroblast, couple Gut Shots if I did say that already. And I'm trying a Winds of Rebuke instead of what's the other card? Bouncing. I'm blanking on the name. Bounce a non-land permanent and each other permanent with the same name, Echoing Truth. But this is like Echoing Truth rarely gets more than 1 permanent. It can, it's good against tokens, but this has synergy with Phantasm, so I'm going to try it, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe it's worse than Echoing Truth, but just it's basically bounce 1 thing, and then each player mills 2, which could be good with this, so I'm going to try it. I could have one of these in the main instead of like the 4th Snap, but I think Snap is just a much stronger card in general, so let's try it like this. Let's just go game 1. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to round 1. We're against Albana and mulligan because we have 0 lands. And I think this I can actually keep. It's not that great, but I have a fairies here that I can scry with. I think I'm supposed to just put back one of these Spellstutters. Just can be a little bit clunky to have multiples. All right, mono black burn. Okay. Okay, now that I drew land, I think I'm just going to lead Delver, because then I can just try to race. Maybe I'm supposed to just T2 Ninja, though. This is actually kind of close. Maybe I just even Fairies here, then I can also Spellstutter Sprite or Ninja. Alright. I won't Delver yet. Maybe I can even set up a Delver flip here, potentially. Ponder and Thought Scour. So I would have to top both of these. I think I just want to bottom both. I just would rather like draw lands or more creatures. So let's just bottom. I think it might be good just to try to get turn 2 Ninja going if they don't kill my fairies here. Yeah, okay, they do. I'm also happy I didn't lead Delver for that reason. All right. Now I think I'm just going to go Island Pass because they have a lot of 1-drops in that deck. If I'm able to Spell Stutter one of those and then Ninja back Spell Stutter, that's going to be really good. If they don't play anything, that's fine. I'll just take one. Can't block this anyway. Play a 1-drop. A Sign in Blood. Okay, resolves. And then they go Carnarium. Okay. I think I'm supposed to go Spell Stutter and get this Ninja going. And then I can play a Delver next turn. Yeah. Pretty confident I'm supposed to do this. There's a Phantasm. It's actually not bad. Still going to get Ninja going here. Get to draw another card, get my Spell Stutter back. Yeah, they know about it now, but I think it's okay. Now I think I just play Delver. Then I want to stop on my upkeep because if I reveal a card, if I look at a card for Delver and I don't want to draw it, I want to be able to Thought Scour it away potentially, but I also kind of want to double Thought Scour them to turn on this Phantasm. All right, Soul Reap my Ninja, that's not good. And Bump that I can't counter right now. Okay. I'm going down to 10. They're at 16 though, and I might be able to just turn on this Phantasm. They can flash this back pretty quick. Wow. It's kind of scary. All right, let's look at the card. It's an island. I don't want to reveal it. I think I'm supposed to Thought Scour myself. I guess actually maybe not because they have 4 cards in yard. And if I mill them for 4, that's up to 8. And then 2 more spells, this just becomes a 5/5. And drawing a land, I guess, isn't the worst thing ever. So let's just draw it. And then I think I'm just playing Phantasm and attacking for 1. See, this not being a Fairy Miscreant is kind of bad. Because now I can't Spell Stutter Sprite a 2-drop, but I also might get a 5/5 flying here. So I'm going to take 2 down to 8. Nothing I can do. I'll probably bring in some gut shots in this matchup, honestly. Wow, they're taking 2 damage? Okay. That also puts a card in their graveyard. So 1 more spell, and this is going to be a 5/5. Sovereign Sprite. You don't like to see it. I think I'm going to Thought Scour them. I could draw a Counterspell. I don't. Okay, just has to resolve. They're up to 16, and they have another Carnarium. So next turn they can flash back a bump, but I still do have Spell Stutter. Let's see. I can Thought Scour them up to 10 cards in yard. So let's say I flip this and flip. Let's say I turn this on and flip this. I have 8 power. So I don't necessarily need another threat in play. I think I need Spell Stutter in hand. So let's just Thought Scour them. Hopefully we don't hit fruit. We don't. Okay. There's a Fairy Seer. I can't block either of these creatures though, so it's still going to be rough. Ponder. Yep. Okay, so I have a 2-turn clock here. So I actually have a chance. Because I can go attack for 8. And then I can play a Fairy Seer to turn on this Spell Stutter Sprite. So they're going to have to resolve. They're going to have to be able to cast 2 spells that each deal 3 damage to be able to kill me. I think I'm supposed to start with Ponder, actually. It looks at more cards than Preordain. This is like a rare situation where I think I'm supposed to Ponder rather than Preordain. And Snap is actually great. Because I can snap one of their creatures, then I go to 4. Then they actually need 2 spells or a 4-mana spell or a 4 damage spell to kill me. So, yeah, this is great. Snap was kind of exactly what I needed. I just snap this, then I play fairies here. I guess I just bottom. I don't really need to draw a Delver, I don't think. Bottom, bottom. And now I have a spell stutter up for 2. So I can take 1, go to 4, and then any spell that deals me 3 damage, I can just let resolve. And then I can, they have that Tyrant's Choice. It's a 2 mana, like, target opponent loses 4 life. So as long as I counter that with spell stutter, they don't have 2 of those. Might be okay. I guess they could have another removal spell. Bump down, so I'm going down to 1. I think I was supposed to just let this resolve, right? Because I don't want to counter this and then die to the 4 damage spell. And this doesn't kill me right now. They could have now 2 more spells, but fruit. Okay, so they need another spell now. So I just counter this, and then then they can just go land flashback fruit. Damn. So they got me. That was close though. So if I had countered the bump, I would just be at 2, and then I would still be dead, right? I don't think if I countered the bump, I was winning. Because I countered this. I was at 4. So yeah, even if I counter bump, then they still just are able to go fruit, flashback fruit. Damn. Even Gutshot deals me 2 damage, but it does kill like most of their 1-drops, which is pretty important for their deck. And it's 0 mana. I think that's worth. Don't think I want to over sideboard. I think my deck is reasonably well positioned. Bind the Monsters is also 1 mana, kill one of their 1-drops. Deals me 1 damage, most likely, but it's not bad just to like lock down their creatures. I mean, Gutshot dealing me 2 damage is not great. What if I just don't really sideboard much? I mean, JACE'S Phantasm and Thought Scour actually aren't great. I think I do want these removal spells. I want pretty much like everything that interacts. Thought Scour is a little bit awkward considering they have the Fruit of Tizirius. This is tough. This is tough. How am I supposed to sideboard? I do think I want these 4. I could like cut 2. I could like cut 2 Phantasm, cut 2 Thought Scour, or I can just cut 4 Thought Scour and just have this be a 1/1 flying for Ninja. That seems pretty bad. I think I'm gonna do it though. I guess I could cut some. I could just cut like some Ponders and keep the Thought Scours because like I do want this to be a 5/5. I guess it can help me race. I'm just gonna not be scared of their escape card. They're like playing a lot of actual like spells that they're putting in the graveyard. I'll just do something like this. It's kind of weird. I think Spire Golem's actually good because it can block their fear creatures. I guess Snap is not great. I can just do something like this. Why don't I just go like this? Okay. Side out 1 Ponder, 1 Thought Scour, and 2 Snaps. I think siding the removal spells going down on Snap is actually good. I could just go down on all the Snaps because everything costs a 1 in their deck. It just saves like 1 damage. All right. I'm gonna make this call. This is maybe just terrible, but I'm like taking out interaction that can actually do something, but I think it's decent. All right, this hand's good. I have a T2 Ninja on the play, double spell stutter. This looks great. Their deck doesn't actually have that much removal. Okay, they don't have a 1-drop creature. I wonder if they do have a removal spell. I'm just going for Ninja, I think. Nice. Nice, and we drew a land. Awesome. Now I'm feeling just like in a pretty solid position. Yeah, they killed my thing, but I already drew a card. Now let's just go Phantasm pass with spell stutter up. We do have this Thought Scour here, which is nice. Trespasser's Curse. Jeez. It's actually pretty good against me. Just gonna flash this in. Okay. Carnarium. Carnarium's actually annoying for me too, surprisingly. Counterspell, okay. I think I'm supposed to just Thought Scour them right now. I think I'm gonna get greedy and preordain looking for land because I actually want more lands. Wow, another Thought Scour is actually not too bad. I think I'm gonna top. I do want Thought Scour because I was gonna ponder right now. I guess I just won't have counterspell up for this turn. It's kind of bad, but I did go for the greedy play, so what I can do is I can also just put the Thought Scour on top, Thought Scour target them, and then draw the ponder for next turn. I think I'm just going to draw the ponder and play it right now, hopefully hit a land, and I think I'm going to top the Thought Scour too. This is greedy also, but hey, I like some greed. Let's go. Hopefully hit a land off this. We don't. Okay. So I got pretty punished here. I mean, I suppose I could just shuffle these. I mean, I think these aren't bad, but maybe they're not good enough. I think I'm just going to shuffle. Another gut shot. Interesting. It's not very good either. I probably should have just left 2 mana up that turn, but I just figured that if I hit a land drop, it was actually really good. There's the Soul Reap. Just got super punished there because that was my quick clock with the Phantasm. Just did not play well here. All right, well now I'm just gonna pass. Trespasser's Curse is interesting. Not sure how great it actually is. I think I just let that resolve because I have these gut shots for it. They have a bunch of other spells they could play. Most of their stuff is sorcery speed. Yeah, so now I just get to spell stutter this. They drain me for 1. And then I'll gut shot this at some point. Probably just untap first. Okay, there's a Phantasm. Nice. That's a good draw. Let's gut shot this. Go to 13. Play Phantasm. I get drained to 12. Then I hit for 2. And they have 2 more cards. They're 2 cards away from turning on this Phantasm. So if I'm able to do that, I mean, yeah, this card is sick. Like, being a 5/5 is huge. Let's see. Do they actually have a removal spell? They have 6 cards in hand somehow. Wow, Crypt Rats? Jesus Christ. I guess they just have so many cards in hand from these bounce lands. All right, they have 9 cards in yard. Bind the monsters. Okay, well, I'm just attacking for 3. I'm not gonna tap out for Spire Golem. Drawing the land there would have been good, because then I could have played Spire Golem and had Counterspell up. But still feeling reasonable. Okay, can let that resolve. Can always gut shot that to turn on this Phantasm. Let's just untap. Another counter. Alright. Let's go to 10. They have 4 cards left, but I have counter spells. Yeah, now I just have a 2-turn clock. Phantasm doing work. I even got greedy and probably could have won on my first Phantasm, but the second one got there. Jeez, that was sick. All right, I might want some number of snaps on the draw just to like bounce their one drop. It's not terrible. I mean, these gut shots I think are actually pretty good. Maybe I just run it back how it was. Because I do have gut shot and bind the monsters, which deals me some damage, but permanently deals with a one drop. Where snap, yeah, it costs 0 mana, but so does gut shot. I think this is fine. Just running it like this. Let's go. I just don't think mono black burn is very good. I think I've actually beaten it like the last maybe 5 times I played against it or something crazy, like a really, really long streak of beating it, but I'll probably lose now because I said that. Let's keep this hand. Just gonna lead berries here. Okay, we don't have removal for that yet. Another Thought Scour, wow. I don't want to like preordain like looking for a gut shot. I don't think that's good. Another Thought Scour. I think I actually want all these Thought Scours because I can just like make a 5/5 and then try to kill them with that. Yeah. I think I'll draw it. Next turn I can just go play Phantasm and then, okay, there's Geth's Verdict. So they could have another Verdict or they could have the other kill spell. I think I'm just going Preordain and then play Phantasm. I think bottom. Could top the Fairy Seer and play it, but I think it's kind of low impact. Just bottom, then Phantasm. And then I don't need to triple Thought Scour yet, but that does represent 6 cards in their graveyard. Okay, they're not killing this, that's good. I get hit to 17. They have 4 cards in hand, one of them's a land. I can go Preordain, bottom. Need action cards. Alright, let's go Fairy Seer, even though they have Trespasser's Curse. There's nothing I can do about that. There's Ninja and Phantasm. I do want both of these. I'm just deciding if I guess I'm going to Thought Scour them here, so it doesn't matter what order I put these on. Just go top, land. I'm not going to Ponder here because I know my top 2 cards are good. I don't need to like shuffle or rearrange the top of my library with Preordain at all. I just want to draw them. So I'm just going to Thought Scour them end of turn. And I want to like start deploying these Thought Scours at some point as well, so I can turn on Phantasm. I might just be able to kill them with double Phantasm here. Sign in Blood, sure. It's another card in yard and 2 damage. Oh, did they have the kill spell? Yeah, that sucks. And it deals me 3 damage. That card is actually pretty sick. I wonder if this could be good in just like other decks. Alright, let's Thought Scour them. Draw Ninja. So I'm gonna have to take at least 2 more damage off this. There's nothing I can do. I think I'm just going to go attack, Ninja in, and then play a Phantasm. So I go to 10. I get to draw a card. There's Bind the Monsters. They have 5 cards in yard. I still think I'm supposed to play Phantasm because I can, if they put 1 more card in the yard, I can turn this into a 5/5 next turn. Alright, I go to 9. I might just be dead. Don't have any way to gain life. Crypt Rats? Jeez. They just bump? Interesting. Crypt Rats is brutal. I guess I need to find a gut shot at this point. It's interesting that they tapped out like that. I think if I don't find an answer for Crypt Rats, I lose. So I need to find an answer for Crypt Rats. What's the best way to do that? Is it just a lead on Ponder? If I Fairy Seer, I'm also taking 1 damage off this, which is definitely relevant. Going to 5. Maybe it's worth it for the Scry, because I can just bottom any non-gut shots. But then I'm taking 2 more damage, so I'm taking 1, 2, 3, and I have to kill them in 2 turns. It's gonna be tough. I think I'm supposed to just leave Ponder. Again, I just need to kill this. Makes sense that they're trying to untap with Crypt Rats for the win. I also haven't seen Crypt Rats in that deck. Seems good. I mean, just the fact that it can like fireball at the end of the game and be a Wrath like in certain matchups. Okay, there's the gut shot. So I'm going down to 4, and then I'm on a 2-turn clock. So I just have to draw the gut shot. So that's what we were looking for. Go to 4, and I also died to like everything. If I bind the monsters one of these, I go to 3, and I get attacked down to 2. I can also go double Thought Scour them, and then hit for 7. That's not enough. I think if I bind and they have nothing left, it potentially buys me 1 more turn. Right? So I go bind, I go to 3. Then I get attacked down to 2. And then I'd probably just die to a burn spell, but there's nothing else I can do. I have to just hope they don't have a burn spell. All right. Let's go bind. Attack with both. So I can't turn this on. Now I think I'm supposed to preordain looking for lands. I mean, it's better than Thought Scour right now, right? I think I just have to bottom. Not sure about that one. I died to like pretty much, oh, I died even to a land because of bump. So there's pretty much nothing I don't die to. All right, GG's. Of course, I said I'd never lose to that deck, so I lost to it. That was close. I wonder if I could have played a little bit differently. I'm not sure. The curse actually did a lot of work there. Wasn't quite able to turn on the Phantasms. My draws were a little bit awkward too. Just couldn't quite, like, I didn't quite have enough mana and like enough, like, it just wasn't like the smoothest draws, I should say. But good games, and let's go round 2. All right, welcome to round 2 after a crushing defeat from Mono Black Burn. I'm gonna keep this hand. We can turn 1 Delver and we can turn 2 Ponder looking for lands. Forest with this crazy art forest. Okay. Forest go, no play. Definitely leading Delver. Next turn, I might just lead Burning Tree. Okay, this is Stompy. It's scary. Come on. Brutal. Jesus. No 1-drop, and then play 4 spells on turn 2. Pretty good. That's why this matchup is not great. All right. Probably just gonna have to try to flip this Delver and then trade with something, or just stay back and yeah, maybe trade for a Burning Tree with it. JACE'S Phantasm does not seem good in this matchup. Might want even more sideboard for this matchup specifically. Savage Swipe, just like when that card came out, it made that deck so much better. Rancor? Jeez. Yeah, definitely blocking. Jesus. Sure. Spell Stutter right. Okay. I think I have no chance to win. There's Snap and lands. I don't want to draw 2 lands. Guess I'm not blocking. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go down to 5. Okay. Yeah, they have a 4/2 flying trample lifelink. We have some good sideboard for this matchup, though. Just flash this in. I have to flip Delver here and play Spire Golem to have a chance. Snap. Yes. Okay. This is good. This is good. Maybe I'm supposed to snap the Vault Scourge and then leave up Spellstutter Sprite for the Rancor. I guess I can just let them also go to attacks and hope they don't have vines. I think I'm so far behind that I just like don't really want to play around vines. So I let them go to attacks. I get to snap this, block this, and they don't get to replay Rancor. I could also just if if they have vines, I'm losing anyway, right? They're countering my snap. I don't get to untap lands, and then I lose. So what's the best way to play this? I can snap right now, or I can snap on attacks. I think I'm supposed to snap on attacks. So I think I just attack for 1. And then try. I think I'm supposed to trade here, as bad as that is. I think I can win the long game, and I just need to not take. I just need to take as minimal damage as possible. Okay, so let them attack. And then just go snap this. And then trade here. Okay, they have vines. Okay. Got wrecked by mono green there. So I think I just want these. These are okay, but they actually don't kill that much stuff. They kill like Vault Scourge, Quirion Ranger. It's probably worth it. Snap is reasonable. I think I actually just do this sideboard plan in this matchup. They put so few cards in the yard that I think just taking all those out is good. Could even bring in Winds of Rebuke. It's kind of weird. I could just leave in 2 Phantasm and just play them as either a late game card or a 1 mana 1/1 flying for Ninja. I think I like this. Bring in these 6, take out these 6. Yeah, let's go. This looks good to me. Kind of getting ranched this league so far. Yeah, keeping this hand. Removal spell into counterspell with a snap as well. I'm gonna bottom the second snap and top the Spellstutter. Spellstutter's good. They have a fair amount of 1-drops I can counter with it. Could Coral Net that right now, but I think I'm just supposed to pass. I can Coral Net next turn. I'm to just take 2 here. Skargan. Okay. Well, I think I'm supposed to just Spellstutter that and not even snap anything right now. And if they go for Rancor, it's actually not great for them because then I just Coral Net. Alright, they do have Gut Shot. That sucks. Gut Shot wrecks Spellstutter as well. Wow. Jesus Christ. This league, though. Okay. I think I'm going to try to hold the snap to play around Rancor. So they'll probably just let that Skargan go. It's usually a bad call to discard a card. Wow, they discard Longbow, though. They value the 2 damage. Interesting. I think I'm supposed to just take damage. I can end of turn snap something potentially, but I don't want to get blown out by a vines. Burning Tree Emissary. Alright, I think I'm supposed to go snap a Skargan, counter the Burning Tree. Because I can just do it right now and they can't really do anything about it. And then they still have their thing Coral Netted. Okay. So I'm taking 2 more damage here, maybe 4. If they want to discard another card, they do. Wow. All right, I'm getting hit for 4. I'll counter their Skargan when they try to replay it here. Oh, they're playing a River Boa. Wait. I guess they could just play another land, but I think I have to let that resolve and gut shot it. Save my counterspell. It's pretty awkward, but I'm gonna need to do something here. Okay. I mean, these are great. They can take 4 more damage, go to 2, counterspell their Skargan. Alternatively, I can just play a Spire Golem and then hope they don't really have attacks. Guess I'm supposed to play Spire Golem. It feels bad, but I think that's my best chance. They've been discarding to this Coral Net, which is interesting. Discard Gut Shot? Wow. Do they just have the win? They can just go like Vines on this, kill me? Crazy if they do. To be fair, I think this is kind of a bad matchup for me. Oh no. It's an unblockable creature. Okay. Why did they discard to their Skargan? They keep discarding to it? Why? Because they're going to attack with all? Okay, go to 2. I know my top card is a spell stutter, so I think I'm just dead. Yep. We already knew the top card. Wow. Quick 0-2 start. I'll see you in round 3. Let's try to turn it around. All right, 0-2 bracket. We're against Hughes in the water. I was just talking to this person on Twitter. Let's see if we can not go 0-3. See if we get crushed. I know they were just posting some Tron lists, Flickertron, so we'll see if we're against that. I'm going to keep this. They're on the play. Okay. So they're on Affinity, obviously. In a way, I would almost rather play against Flickertron. I think the matchup for Mono Blue is actually reasonable against Tron. I mean, I guess it's pretty close versus this deck, too. It's fine either way. Just going to play Delver here. Then next turn I can Preordain for a land and then to play another Delver. Okay, turn to a Tog. It's scary. I don't need to stop on my upkeep right now. There's nothing I can do. Do you want to reveal this card? Yes. Okay, there's a land. It's bottom, top, land, Delver, attack. We could die pretty quickly to that Atog. We do have a snap now, though, so that helps. Let's see what they do. Thoughtcast, jeez. I wonder if they're the blue-red Atog base deck. Okay, probably going to want to snap this Atog while they're tapped out. Definitely not blocking. See if they sack for 3 damage here. No, they don't. Okay, this is a random card. Snow-covered island. No, I don't want to reveal that. Let's see, I think I'm supposed to snap right now while they're tapped out. I'm not going to be able to counter it on the way back down yet. I guess I could Preordain first. There's no harm. Just lead on Preordain. There's a JACE'S Phantasm. You know, I don't think that's quite good enough on this board state, considering they only have 1 card in yard. So I think I'm just going to bottom. Could have topped the land. Of course, there's a Thought Scour. All right, now let's just go snap a Tog. and then pass with spells that are up. Doesn't counter a lot of their stuff, but at least I'm not getting attacked by that Atog this turn. Hopefully they just play something that I'm able to spell stutter. Yeah, maybe bottoming that land was a little bit greedy because I might have just wanted to deploy double Spire Golem next turn. They're going to replay a Tog. I have to let it resolve. Yep. Mirror Enforcer. Okay. Another Mirror Enforcer. Uh-oh. I feel like I'm going to have to flip this Delver. I think I'm supposed to just flash and spell stutter. Because now if I do flip Delver, I have a 2-turn clock in the air, and I can maybe play some other creatures to chump with. All right, flip one time. Delver of Secrets. Well, that can actually, I can hit for 3, 4 in the air, down to 9. Let's see, I'm not revealing the card. Just deciding if I want to Thought Scour myself right now. I mean, drawing Delver is not great. Because I can't draw Delver and play Delver and Spire Golem anyway. But let's see. If I have to block a Tog, that's for sure. So if I attack for 4, I hit them down to 9, and I won't have lethal. I think I'm supposed to just Thought Scour myself. I just didn't really see a way I was going to have lethal. Okay, we drew Phantasm. Another Thought Scour. All right, I think I'm supposed to just Thought Scour them. Okay, there's a snap. That would have been good on the last draw step. Now I'll just attack for 4 in the air, and then play a Phantasm to chump the Atog with. So I hit them down to 9. I can just take the hits from the Mirror Enforcers. But if they have like anything, I'm gonna get crushed here. Like the Galblast just kills me. I feel like they're the version with Muddle the Mixture and Fling. I needed that snap one draw step earlier. All right, they're just sacking right now. Are we just dead? Or are they just drawing a card? They're at 9. They have 4 cards in yard. Let's see what they're doing here. 2 mana. Journey to Nowhere. Are they going to remove both my blockers and kill me? It looks to be that way. Galblast this and then kill me. Yep. Pretty good. It might just be standard Jeskai Affinity. The Journey to Nowhere kind of shows that actually now. And then they kill me here. Wow. Brutal league. GG. All right. Get these annuls in here. Hydroblast I actually like because it counters and kills the Tog for 1 mana. And I think that's all that I want. Don't think I want Bind the Monsters. Dispel is reasonable, but yeah, I don't think I want it. Snap is not great. I think I do want the Phantasm package, actually. I could just get greedy and go down on all my snaps, but I don't think I want to do that. Spell Stutter is not that great in this matchup either. I could take out 1 Fairies here too. It's just a little bit low impact. Keep all my cantrips. I think I like this plan. I don't know if it's perfect, but let's just try it. Could bring in the Dispel. Could leave in more snaps, but again, snap isn't that great. It's decent against the Tog, but I'd rather just Hydroblast it. Keeping some just to deal with like Mirror Enforcers to kind of time lock them can be reasonable. Like sometimes there's a nice sequence of like they play Mirror Enforcer, okay, you let it resolve, they attack with it, and then at the end of their turn you snap it, and then next turn they have to play Mirror Enforcer, then they have to wait another turn to attack. So you can buy some time like that. All right, I mean I'm not gonna mull this hand. It's not great, but I have double ponder. They mulligan to 6. Does Hugh in the Water have a bunch of trophies? 4? It's more than us. I wonder if they're in the O2 bracket as well. I guess they're deciding if they want to keep 6. This has been a relatively quick league so far. Maybe I'm supposed to just be thought scouring them more aggressively, but rather than thought scouring myself, but sculpting my own draws is really important too. A bunch of cantrips, but I actually think I just need like a creature or lands or just something to do. I know I could cantrip into more lands, but I think I like just shuffling. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I mean, I want more lands, so I think I'm fine with that. Just draw random cards and not have to spend a bunch of mana to get what I need. Yeah, this worked out well. I could just leave up Counterspell. Because if they play like Pathetic Prism or something, I want to counter it. Or if they play a Tog. They have blue-white. They'll probably play the red land, yeah. And then they're just not going to play anything. Yep. It's the most obvious counter ever here, but it's fine. Just go bottom, top, land, go. And then we did set out 2 of our spell stutters, but eventually we're going to find a creature to be able to get this ninja going. Spire Golem. That's a creature. Let's play it. If they just play a random creature, I can even consider just letting it resolve and then trying to snap it. That might be a little bit greedy, but I think it's fine. Tog. I think I'm supposed to just counter this actually. If they counter back, then I can snap it and then counter it again. The counterspell, negate, sure. But now I'm free to snap this. So I probably want to just do right now. I kind of like Preordain looking for lands also. I don't need to replace Fire Golem this turn anyway. I mean, these are both reasonable. I don't think I need spell stutter actually. Another ninja is that greedy to keep? Oh, I mean, I shouldn't have done this at all because now if I don't hit a land in the next 2 cards between this draw for Preordain and my draw for Ninja, I can't snap plus leave up Counterspell. So I might have just like killed myself. I think I'll just bottom. Okay, there's a Delver. I think now I'm just not going to Ninja this turn. We're just going to snap this, play Delver, and pass with Counterspell up. Just sucks when you try to hit lands and then you miss. But I mean, I guess we only have 17 lands in the deck, so that's maybe I'm a little bit just like playing too greedy this league. Could certainly be the case. I think also we just got kind of unlucky. Like the mono green Stompy opponent had good draws, and that's a bad matchup. So yeah, I like not ninjaing there, leave up Counterspell, and then ninja next turn. What I probably should have done is just attack with Spire Golem. Well, snap their thing, attack with Spire, flash in Ninja, and then not replay Spire, leave up counter. That way I draw a card from Ninja, have it down. But if I hit a land off Preordain, I could have done everything and hit my land drop. So I don't hate my play. It just didn't work out, but you can't be result oriented. I think preordaining there was still a reasonable line. All right, opponent's in the tank. They're not going to replay a Tog. That's good for me. Dot Scour. Yep, I want to reveal that. Now I'll attack with both, and I'll ninja back for my Spire Golem. Hitting for 5, drawing a card. Gallop Blast. I mean, I could counter this. Then they're going to play a Tog, but I'm not that close to dying. I'm going to greedily go for it. They only have 1 red source as well. They're at 13. Yeah, they can play a Tog, but I have 2 cantrips, and I have a huge board presence. Witching Well, sure. And I can always find like a Hydroblast or something to deal without a Tog. Okay, they're going to play it now. 2 cards in hand. Okay, let's just lead Ponder before attacking. So if I can find a Hydroblast, yeah, okay, wow. That's great. Top, top, top. No. Just try to kill this now. And then I'll attack, and then play another Spire Golem, play a Thought Scour. Yeah, we got him that time. Whew. That felt decent. I mean, I guess Bind the Monsters is reasonable against a Tog. It does kind of just answer it, and it can deal with the Mirror Enforcer in a pinch. Maybe it's just better than Snap. All right, I'll try it. I didn't really want this because taking 4 off Mirror Enforcer is not ideal when they have like a bunch of Galvanic Blasts and a bunch of card draw. And I guess this is kind of bad because if I do have to play it on a Mirror Enforcer, they can sack it to a Tog later. But the fact that this deals with a Tog is reasonable. No, I'm just going to go back. Just the utility of Snap being an instant is good. It's nice to have some number of snaps still in the deck here. Let's just run it like we had it. As you can tell, like, if you've watched my videos, a lot of times when I'm sideboarding, I'm like, should I do this or this or this? I often kind of like sideboard by feel. I don't really have like sideboard plans laid out. I sideboard by how my opponent plays and the cards I see. I don't always just like sideboard the same way in every matchup every time. That being said, like when I played on the Pro Tour, I did have sideboard plans for every deck that I was planning to face, and I prepped a lot for that tournament. So I think in like a field that you're expecting certain decks to be certain ways, you can have a general sideboard plan. But even then, in that tournament, I still like changed my sideboard plan depending on like what I saw or how my opponent played. If I didn't want to bring in like a certain card in a certain matchup, I just didn't do it. So it's just interesting. All right, let's just go Phantasm, pass, and then next turn we can actually go land, pass, and if they just don't play anything, I can just double Thought Scour them. Thought Scour has been pretty impressive, honestly. It's just a good cantrip. Prism? No. Oh, Core Skyfisher? I'm fine with that. I mean, it stops my beats, but it slows them down a lot. Interested why they played Core Skyfisher. Maybe they just had nothing else to do? They are on a mulligan. And now if they do nothing, they don't even have red mana here. I'm just going to double Thought Scour them, get close to turning this on. I mean, not that close, but still good. We don't have Bind the Monsters. I mean, these are good. just go top, top, pass. Just gonna leave up counterspell. I'm not in a rush. I'm hitting my land drops here. Opponent seems kind of stuck. Okay, there's a Great Furnace. That's scary. It's the last land I wanted to see. Witching Well. That can resolve. I know that can be a slow draw too, but I don't really want to spend a counterspell on that. And they went top, top. Okay, well, I can't Thought Scour anymore, unfortunately. So let's go start with Ponder. Spell Stutter Sprite. That's interesting. I guess I'm supposed to just draw the Spell Stutter Sprite, then the island. Can still counter like a Gal Blast or something. Getting not that close to turning these on, but if they're gonna like be playing more cards and I'm countering them, I'll be getting closer and closer. I'm drawing Island next turn. Ichor Wellspring. I think I just let that resolve. I want to counter things that actually like impact the game, like that. All right. Now we go Ponder. All right, I mean, these are good. These are definitely good. I think I'll draw Preordain last. And I think I'll draw Hydroblast right now. Just seems like a good card to have access to. Should I Ponder as well right now? I think I can wait till next turn. I'm not really in a rush, honestly. The more I just like fight over stuff and send stuff to their graveyard, the closer I get to making 2 Baneslayer Angels. Alright, Thoughtcast. I could let this resolve and then counter the next spells they play. I think I actually like that. Just gets these Baneslayers closer to being turned on. I'm just laughing because I'm calling them Baneslayers. Right, Navigator's Compass. Not that it's that good. They are pretty tight on blue mana. I think I'm supposed to just Spell Stutter this because they don't have that much I can Spell Stutter. I want to get this down so my second Spell Stutter is a little bit better as well. And I still have Counterspell and Hydroblast up here. I like drawing the Hydroblast over the other Spell Stutter as well. And if they go to kill this with a Galv Blast, I'll probably just Hydroblast it. Okay, that resolved. 3 more cards. Core Skyfisher, Counterspell. So maybe it would have worked out better to draw the Spell Stutter Sprite because I could have gone for Spell Stutter Sprite on that Core Skyfisher there. Galblast, one of those. Okay, unfortunate. Nothing I can do. They have 1 card left and a Witching Well down, which turns this on. Another Spell Stutter is good. Now we Ponder. We know there's a Preordain in there and another Phantasm. All right, let's go land on top, then Preordain, then draw Phantasm right now, play it, and then next turn I can draw Preordain and then bottom the land on that Preordain. So yeah, if they crack Witching Well or play another spell, then I turn on these Phantasm. This card has been good. It's just slow, but it's like a cheap spell that's a big threat. I like it. I think we just barely lost to Mono Black. We could have gotten there potentially. It was, I think like we'll beat that matchup most of the time. And then Stompy is a rough matchup. I should potentially dedicate more sideboard to it, but I mean, I think that's just like the bad matchup for Mono Blue essentially. Right, no attack, no play. They're just scared to turn these on, I think. Preordain, we're gonna bottom the land. And there's Thought Scour, nice. Perfect. Now even if they play a spell to counter this, these still get turned on. Another Preordain. I don't even think I need to play that. I want to just leave up Spellstutter plus Hydroblast here. Attack for 10? This card's real. Just the fact that it's also like it's a ninja enabler and a huge late game win condition. Like I said, I like it. Yeah, they can draw 2. I was like, oh, they didn't scry 2? But yeah, you scry 2 when it comes in. It's not Behold the Multiverse when you crack it. Joking. Are Phantasms, Team Phantasm, gonna get there? This art is kind of funky. We can counter a 2-drop and a red spell. Okay. They have to try to do something. Just go land. Preordain. I think just bottom. Maybe Delver is good enough, but I'm just gonna try to find like more interaction. Okay, well land is obviously not good. So they might just go block 1, try to Galp Blast it. If that's the case, I think I just go Hydro Blast. Yeah, just let this happen. I'm debating between Hydroblast and Spellstutter Sprite on a burn spell on this. Alright, just pass. Gal Blast. So their red spells are just Gal Blast, Fling, Atog, Pyroblast. Spellstutter counters all of those as well, and this counters other cheap cards like this. So I think I just Hydroblast it. I don't think there's any expensive red spells that they play, so there's no reason to save it. I think I just counter this again. I don't think they really have good answers to these. I mean, I guess I could let this resolve. And because is there any way for them to like a Tog fling me? I don't think so. I think I just counter this. Baneslayer, getting the job done. See if I just die here somehow. Red Blast, okay. Another Red Blast. Should have kept the Delver maybe. Let's see. He who is in the water. GG's. Good match. Good match. Phantasm got there though. Carried us there. Nice. 1 and 2. Let's go round 4. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to round 4. We're against Athens. Haven't even looked at this hand. Snap Keep though, right? We're on the draw. Just leave Delver here. We have a Phantasm and a Thought Scour to get going. Okay, it's a blue deck. I like to see that actually. Good for Phantasm. Ponder Shuffle. Okay, maybe they're looking for lands. We're just going to go... Oh, it's a basic island. So that means it cannot be blue-red Scred. So it means it's probably mono-blue aggro. So this is probably a mirror, except we have Phantasm. Okay. Okay, no, it's just blue-black, maybe Fey without Snowlands. Because you don't technically need them in that deck. But see, I knew that it wasn't blue-red. So it's blue-black Delver. No fairies, no fairy package probably. Flip one time. Snap, yeah. I'd like to reveal that. I could go snap on Delver right now. But you know what? I mean, their Delver is not that likely to flip. If I just go play Delver, play Phantasm, and then their Delver does go flip, then I can try to snap it. I like that. Like worst case scenario, like I'm just trading Delvers eventually, and I'm fine with that. Was pretty fortunate to flip our Delver. Just play out our stuff. Phantasm, they're like, what? I did get the uncommon version on purpose. Maybe just to make opponents sweat it. I don't know if everyone knows this card is legal. Flying Man with upside, let's go. Delver, no flip. Okay. We're definitely going to flip this Delver. We have 17 spells left in the deck, so we have a 17 out of 51 chance. Easy. That's like guaranteed. No Snuff Out. Agony Warp. That's bad for me too. I do have a Snap though, so I could counter a removal spell. Do they not have lands? They did Ponder Shuffle. They do have a land. Okay. Don't want. I mean, the problem they have Gurmag, which is good against the Phantasm, but there's nothing I can do. Wait, let's see. Let's see. I might need to Thought Scour myself. I do want to get closer to turning on Phantasm, but I don't want to just allow them to play Angler. I think I'm supposed to just. I guess I'll reveal and then Thought Scour myself. Just to confuse them. Maybe they think I have Island in hand. Okay, Counterspell is good. I'm just going to go land. Attack with both of these flyers. Pass the turn. Now I could go snap Delver right now while they're tapped out and then Ponder, try to set up my Delver flip. But then I don't really play around Agony Warp. I could try to counter Agony Warp with like a snap. Okay, I'm just definitely doing this now. They're tapped out. I get to just like save my Delver with my snap. It's so worth. Because now what I can do, yeah, they have Agony Warp, but I could just consider just playing Delver and then playing Ponder. That way I can just set up a flip on both of these Delvers. And yeah, they can kill one, but it's worth, right? All right, so I think I'm supposed to just draw Fairy Seer. So I'll put Phantasm last, then Thought Scour, then Fairy Seer. Shuffle your library, no. And then I'll flip these Delvers on the Thought Scour. See if their Delver finally flips. It does for Chainer's Edict. Interesting. They only have one black mana as of right now, and they probably don't have a basic swamp. So they can probably only play one removal spell. They'll probably just kill a Delver. Wow, they're just playing Chainer's Edict. I'll sack my Phantasm, because I know these are flipping. I can bounce their Delver. They're attacking. Okay, that's aggressive. They're at 12. I'm flipping these because I pondered. I have Counterspell. I don't really agree with the opponent's play here. Yes. Yes. I think I'm supposed to just snap this right now. I guess I get punished by Dispel, but that's about it. I don't know what else I'm really wanting to snap anyway. I guess I could save it to snap one of my own Delvers again, but yeah, this seems great. And then I just Fairy Seer. Might even just leave the Phantasm on top. All right, let's just go top, top. Pretty sure they're dead though, because they have to have like double removal spell just to survive here through this counter spell. Cycle. Okay, they could have double removal spell now. But I also have a Thought Scour plus a Phantasm coming and another counterspell, so I think it's going to be rough for them. They could get out of it, certainly, but... Wait, they got Island? Interesting. Yeah, Delver resolves. They're... I'm representing lethal here. Oh, they're going to Agony Warp to try to go kill one, fog the other one, but... I mean, I have this. So I just don't do anything. Untap and attack with all. Then I just counter the Agony Warp. They just don't even try to play it. Oh, they are going to. Nice. Blue-black Delver, huh? Bind the Monsters is reasonable against Gurmag. Dispel seems good. I mean, my main deck is reasonable against them. Gutshot does kill Delver, but that's it. I don't think I want it. It's pretty close. Even though they have probably Quad Angler, Phantasm can still do stuff. They have like so many spells and they're putting like so many cards in the yard. We can Thought Scour them. Snap was pretty good there. I just always side out snaps. It's just like my go-to. Could side out a Ponder. I don't hate that. Could side out a Fairy Seer. Maybe I just do that. Do I want gut shots or bind the monsters? I guess bind can also just deal with their Delvers permanently. And then I would cut the other two cards I was thinking about. I like to have a mix of stuff. Some people might say that like doing these like one of cuts is just like, oh, I don't know what's bad in the matchup. I don't know what to cut. But I think having a mix of stuff can be strong. And I do like cutting a cantrip or two in these blue matchups often. Just have a little less fluff in the deck. More cards that actually do stuff. So I don't hate like cutting like one of several cards a lot of the time. Sometimes there is cards that are just straight up bad in matchups that you want to cut, but it's not always the case. All right, I'm gonna just leave Fairy Seer here. And then I just probably try to T2 Ninja. They have to basically have Black Source plus Snuff Out or somehow Untapped Swamp to kill my stuff. Counterspell, great draw. Probably just bottom any lands. I feel like these are both pretty good. Just gonna top, I think. Might be a little bit greedy, but I think those cards are great. Spire Golem's not good till a little bit later, but I think it's strong enough that I want it. Yeah, so they could have Snuff Out here. They're going Brainstorm right now. Interesting. So now they have to have exactly Snuff Out to stop this ninja, which they probably have 3 or 4 in the deck, so they're likely to have one after preordaining and brainstorming. I just don't like brainstorm as much as ponder in general. I mean, like right now, if they just pondered, wouldn't that most likely be better than brainstorm in this situation? I know they could upkeep Ash Barrens or something, but even then, it's like forcing you to take these awkward sequences, and I just don't like it that much. Without the ability to have untapped fetch lands, it can just be rough. And wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that that ninja connected there. Like now they're almost forced to like untap and kill ninja. If they just play like Augur of Bolas or something, I can even consider snapping that to connect again. Evolving Wilds. I'm assuming this just wow. And then Brainstorm. Their draw is super clunky. And they didn't fetch before Brainstorm also, so they knew the top card. They wanted to draw it. So now they go Brainstorm fetch. So that's actually pretty good. But again, now they only have 1 mana left. It's just pretty clunky. Preordain looking for Snuff Out. Shouldn't they have gone fetch before that Brainstorm because they knew the top card? I mean, maybe not. Maybe they have a bunch of bad cards in hand. But yeah, that's clunky. They went top. Okay, but they're letting me untap? I don't understand. Just gonna go land, attack, draw Fairy Seer, leave up Counterspell. I mean, just drawing 2 cards off Ninja, I feel like it's like, even just that is kind of hard to come back from. I think I just top. I think I want to keep drawing lands, and another Ninja has got to be good enough. My hand is just very good here. I don't know if opponent like didn't sequence those cantrips right or shouldn't have kept this hand. Okay, they're foretelling a Behold the Multiverse. That's totally fine. Oh, I was supposed to draw a Ninja there. Actually, I don't even think I would play it here. I mean, I guess I can draw it. Just discard like a cantrip. Kind of just want to leave up double Counterspell. Like, they're probably just going to try to play removal spell here. Then I get to go counter that. Yeah, so I counter this and then leave up another Counterspell. Actually worked out the way I should have put the Ninja above the land, but I guess it doesn't matter in the end. Because now I don't even have to discard. I'll just pass. With another counter up. Then next turn I can just deploy second Ninja, play a Spire Golem, now that we get up to 5 islands. This is looking sick. Behold right now. I'm going to let it resolve actually. They have a lot of cards in hand, but they need to play things that actually impact the board. And like kill my Ninja basically, or stop my Ninja. So I'm just going to try to counter those things. And if they have to play a Snuff Out for 4 life now, that's actually like a real downside. Alright, just untapping. Spell Stutter Straight. Snuff Out right now. I could just snap my thing, but I think I just like to counter this. Negate. Okay, let's let negate resolve. I think I am going to snap my thing. It's just good value. It just counters this Snuff Out essentially. And I still get to put this Ninja in and then play like a Spire Golem here. Ooh, Counterspell. I'm still going to get this Ninja hit in right now. I'm not that scared of what they can do. I guess they could take the Monarchy, which would be scary. But I'm also going to play Spire Golem this turn. Just drawing so many cards off these Ninjas. And then I have another Ninja because I was able to snap my own creature. That was sweet. Yeah, Snap is just a really strong card. Chainer's Edict. I think I'll just sack Spire Golem. They could go Augur here, but yeah, I feel like they didn't have it. Okay. Any Phantasm we draw now is also a 5/5. Okay, I do want to bind this. Just going to start by attacking. If they chump, then I'm fine with that. They are chumping. Interesting. Did not really think they were actually going to do that. Let's go Fairies here. I think I just bottom. I don't think I need these. Preordain. Bottom, top. I think I'll just ponder. I mean, these are definitely good enough. I suppose I'll just draw Dispel to have a variety of interaction in my hand. And then if there's like an instant that I want to counter, I can just dispel it and then also Thought Scour them. They're getting close to flashing back this Edict, but I'm not worried about that. All right, I will Thought Scour them here. I still have Dispel up for like a removal spell. We're gonna draw all 4 counter spells this game. That's pretty insane in this matchup. Echoing Decay the Ninja. Try to counter that. I still only had 1 counter up anyway, so if they counter back here, it's actually fine. I mean, yeah, they kill my ninja, but I just get to get another one going anyway. And picking a fight there is good for me. I'm like way ahead on resources after like connecting with this 4 or 5 times this game. Just start by, again, connecting with this. Just pretty nuts. Land would be good, then I have double counter up. I think I'll just top actually. Play a Fairies here. Then bottom, top. I think Ponder is actually good enough to keep. Brainstorm resolves. Could have just countered that, but I think it's fine just to wait. Again, knowing what to counter in these blue matchups is huge. I think in general it's better just to counter the spells that actually affect like the board, like either kill creatures or are big creatures themselves, stuff like that. The cantrips, I don't think you want to be fighting over as much. Okay, there's Swamp. 2 cards in hand. All right, I'm just going to untap. Probably just attack with all in pass. Just leave up triple counter. I don't even need to ponder. I think keeping it was still fine though. I mean, my hand is so good, but just keeping the ponder is reasonable just in case they somehow somewhat stabilize or kill my creatures. I can find more stuff. But yeah, got there. Nice. Fought back to 2 and 2. Let's see if we can win out for the 1 QP and 1 treasure chest. See you in round 5.